Hello, let's see what's going to happen if you have fixed duration task and we as unassigned resource in fixed effort and non-fixed effort task. So here we have one task, we have resource sheet here, we have John and Mary. Let's go to task usage and let's go to task form. Now you can see this task is fixed duration 4 days. Fixed duration 4 days is duration. Let me assign John and Mary, and as you can expect, both of them are going to work. Sorry, Mary here. Mary, where are you? Mary, here it is. And let's scroll to the task, and you will see that both of them should work 8 hours per day because maximum units are 100%. So the total effort is 64 hours. Now, if I, in fixed duration, remove Mary and I have non-effort driven task, if I remove Mary and I say, okay, what will happen? Nothing will happen. Instead, about the duration, John is going to work 100%. And the total amount of work, total effort will be decreased from 64 hours to 32 hours. So basically the same thing is like we had fixed units task type, which was explained in my previous video. So once again, when you have fixed duration task, and you have non-effort driven task, and this task is non-effort driven, when you remove one resource, the total amount of work from this resource will be removed, so the total work will be decreased, and in my case from 64 hours to 32 hours, because John is supposed to work alone for this task. Sorry, here, okay, now. But what if I have effort-driven task? Let me click on OK. What will happen if I remove Mary? Remember, the total effort is 64 hours. If I remove Mary and Mary is not supposed to work anymore, since the task is effort-driven and is fixed duration, you can suppose what is going to happen. John should work 64 hours, but in 4 days. Why? Because task type is fixed duration. So let me click on OK, and you will see that John is going to work 64 hours. But since he should work only 4 days, why? Because duration cannot be increased because task type is fixed duration. And the total amount of work cannot be decreased because it's effort-driven task. John will work 200% per day. So he should work, he should complete 64 hours in 4 days, which means that he should work 16 hours per day. That leads us that he is going to work 200% per day. And of course, he becomes over-allocated. So once again, when you have non-effort driven task and you remove resource, nothing will happen. Duration should remain the same because it is fixed duration task. And the total amount of work will be decreased by the amount of work from resource which you are removing. Here, Mary, 64 hours, removing Mary. Okay, Mary, bye-bye, I don't need you anymore. Okay, and John can do the work in 32 hours in those 4 days. On the other hand, if I have effort-driven and I remove Mary, Mary can talk to John and say, John, you are in trouble because my work is now on you, my 32 hours are on you, and since you are supposed to work 8 hours per day to fulfill your work, now you have also my work, which is another 32 hours, so you should work 64 hours. But since the task type is not fixed units, you are going to work much more per day because you should fulfill those 64 hours in 4 days, which means that you are going to work 16 hours per day. That's all, folks, for today. Have a nice day.